Wait, you figured it out while you were on shrooms?
Yes.
That's
like
awesome.
you could sort of play it a little bit, and then you were tripping, and it just made sense.
Yeah, I made a song called Panic.
That's
And
crazy.
it just kept going.
Dude, shrooms rewire your brain a little bit.
And from there on out, like you could play the guitar better.
Yeah.
That's so wild.
We're live on Highstreet. Special shout out to Dallas Rose, and especially special shout out to the East Coast natives. Special shout out to Indigo Blu. And you know, we want to bring out something different today from across the nation, you know what I'm saying? Give you some West Coast vibes to show that we got this versatility and we're doing it from anywhere. Let's go.
Baby, get that style in motion. Make them look twice while you shoving out that portion, girl. Style in motion. Make them look twice while you serving out that portion, girl. Style in motion. Make them look twice while you serving out that portion, girl. Style in motion. Make them look twice while you serving out that portion, girl.
That shit came out cool, right?
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, you like that shit?
That's crazy, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fire.
Indigo Blu, welcome to Highstreet.
What's up? How you doing?
Good. I'm excited about that song we made.
Yeah, that was such a fun experience. Like, I've actually never been in a like real studio before, you know, so the whole process was really easy, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for your due diligence and everything that you've done so far. It was a very, very, very fire process. Like,
You went to Berklee. What do you mean you've never been in a real studio before? And also, it was my fucking apartment, so like it wasn't even my real studio.
Damn. I did go to Berklee. I went to Berklee.
Shit out like that.
Yeah, just fucking.
We just met though. We just met her and shit.
I did go to Berklee. I'm actually from Houston, Texas. I
Right.
moved to Boston in 2021 to attend Berklee College of Music.
You were going online, right? That's what you told me. You were going online.
No, I auditioned online.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, they do that?
It was because it was during the pandemic, so we all had to audition online, and
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. You could tell with some of the talent that was at Berklee my year. I ain't gonna lie, but not the
Is that how you got in there, Vinny?
To pay a little
Oh,
bit, you know
where's
what I'm saying?
Vinny?
But godly, when you're a student at Berklee, there's like a restriction when it comes to studio access. You know, you have to be a specific major to be able to like rent out the studios.
They're like Christian in the studios?
Christian, they let you in the studio. I mean, Christian Inman is Berklee, so you know.
Yeah, they do. You know, I mean, but
That means he gets the nice
shit. You gotta know someone to get in. You know, it's you gotta know someone who's in the major.
You gotta know Christian.
I don't think that's the prerequisite.
You've never told anybody yes, you can come to the studio.
Well,
So you're not the plug?
no.
Then why do we have him on the show? I'm joking. Yeah, but that's crazy that the the music school is like, nah, you can't make music here, dude.
Yeah, it's tough, especially as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of artists that go to Berklee to become better artists, to be within the industry, but there's just restrictions on like what you could do at Berklee, like studio access. You have to be a specific major to actually book them out. And if you know people, you can get in the studio. But why do I have to know somebody? For me to create music.
I mean, I guess the flip side of that would be like they're just flooded with everybody's trying to use the studio all the time.
Yeah, right. But hey,
that's probably how it
so
started.
Goddamn
You know
money,
what I'm
you
saying?
should be able to use that shit.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's showing like $80,000 now. I'm crazy.
Something
A year?
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then think about the
80,000?
rent.
Yeah.
Think about the rent to live around here too, to go to that school. It's
Exactly.
crazy.
You know
and
what
then
I'm
the
saying?
food.
Well, they don't give you any housing and food for that $80K.
I think it's included depending on like what it depends. Like I think the tuition is $80,000 itself.
No,
and then
tuition I think is like 50 something.
But everything
then-
else is like
It's still a bag though. That's
like 20K.
crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a whole bunch.
Like,
that's
you-
still hella money. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's so
yeah.
much.
couple
Yeah.
bricks for that.
Mhm.
Wildin'.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
so much. Who's your other friend here?
This is.
My name is Talencia.
Talencia.
I go by Let's See. It's my stage name.
You should go by Talent.
Oh, why not?
Wait,
I'll
where are
think
you?
about it.
Where are you from?
I'm from France, Paris,
Nice.
and
Okay.
Africa, Congo, and Cameroon.
Okay. My grandmother was French, so I've been to Paris a couple times.
You know,
Oh, you
talking
guys
French?
do look related, bro. Makes a lot of sense.
Looking related.
No, them two. No, Dallas and you.
Oh.
You think so?
Well,
I'm not
You know?
sure if I see it. I'm not
You
sure
got a
if I see it.
bandana for it?
Yeah.
I think I do see it, bro.
Yeah, no.
Speak French? No. Un peu.
Bonjour. Qu'est-ce que tu veux que je dise?
Huh?
Comment
Oh,
ça va?
Uh,
God, no.
Je vais bien. Et vous?
Oui.
You should have said comme you should have said comme ci comme ça, so you sound like you know what you're talking
I
about.
used to
I
hate
said
when...
comment ça va? That's something, right?
Comment ça va?
Comment ça
Ça va
va?
bien?
It was like, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Right.
I used to hate when American people say oui, oui. Like, that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
you say. Like, oui, oui. But I realized, like, French people do say oui, oui, bro.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like, we do so
Talking about
now,
me,
I
guys.
cannot get mad anymore.
Exactly.
What situation do you say it? Because we say yeah if it's like you're annoyed, right? Like yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that oui or is it like oui?
No, it's like, oui, oui.
Like yeah, like yes,
Oui,
like
oui,
big.
oui. Yeah. Like
Okay.
To agree twice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To make sure.
A double confirmation.
Yeah.
Love.
Okay.
I was just watching the USA basketball documentary on Netflix where we beat the shit out of France.
We're sorry.
You know what? I'll give the men that, but the women, the French one, were really supposed to win this.
Talencia's sister was actually in the Olympics.
What sport?
What?
Basketball.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, she
Holy
actually
shit.
like gonna get drafted soon.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
fine. Shout out.
That's incredible.
Mhm.
She must be really good.
She plays really good and she can dunk.
I saw you killing it out there on the hoops.
Really, I've been missing my shots.
Yeah.
And we lost. We're not going to playoffs.
You guys were playing.
We're not going to playoffs. We lost. We got robbed. It's okay though. I'm still good.
You look like you guys were playing pretty hard.
Dang.
Yeah, it was mad
Like,
intense.
We playing hard, you know, and I have bruises all over my body.
Yes.
I'm a center, so like,
Oh wow.
I be fighting under the pant.
Bunker Hill.
Are you guys
Bunker Hill.
Are you guys both play for Roxbury?
No, she plays for Bunker Hill. I
Oh,
play for
sorry.
We
Roxbury.
beat the asses.
Yeah, shout out to
What happened, Indigo? What happened?
You want to talk about it?
Nah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we just, shit. Like it was just one of the things. Like, hey, you win some, you lose some. You know what I'm saying? Like it was.
So you feel like you could beat them? You should. You feel like you should
I
beat
feel
them.
like I could beat everybody one-on-one on the team, but I don't know if I feel like my,
Oh, Lord.
She
oh
said
no.
narcissistic stuff, bro. She said,
You just threw your teammates under the bus. You realize that? Yes, you did.
Oh my God.
Yes, you did.
I think they're watching.
You said
this,
I'm better than them, but I don't know about my
No,
teammates.
No, that's not what I mean. But I feel like I always like try to stand in like I know like my abilities, but like I'm because of the
But you're
results.
not confident in your teammates' abilities.
Nah, it's just because
No?
of the
Okay.
results of the game. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Let's say like. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Fuck it,
I didn't know she was in
Fuck it,
politics,
like-
bro. Yo,
Fuck it, like,
shout out
what?
to RCC. I graduated from there too.
Speaking of RCC, we got to talk about why you got here, how you got here.
Yes. So, I go to Roxbury Community College now, and I I don't know who told me first. It was either Eli or it was Jordan. Eli might have mentioned the event, and he was like, oh, there's like an event with the testing lab, somebody wants you to do it. And I was just like, okay. But I wasn't really like paying attention. I had so much going on with school and the Black and Bossa show. So then Jordan, he hit me up on Instagram. He hit me up about it, and I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, oh, I'm going to bring you the flyer when you get to the Reggie. I'm like, cool. So I get to the Reggie. Jordan gives me the flyer. I look at it. It's like 10 artists, one panel. I'm like, oh, like what I got to do? I got to freestyle. I was like, man, I could do that. Like, that's easy. But I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about it.
Confidence.
And then on that Tuesday, Demi was like, my friend Demi, and shout out Jordan, Demi, Eli, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people at Roxbury. But Demi was like, oh, I'm going across the street to go to this little competition. And then I was like, oh, snap, the competition with the artist? And he was like, yeah, like I might sing da-da-da, you should come. I'm like, all right, bet. So we go over there, and I hadn't signed up or anything because I had forgotten about it. So then I went up to the dude on stage, and I was like, hey, like, I was like, I want to like join the competition, like what I got to do. He was like, okay, like send the DJ like 3 tracks. So I'm like, damn, because I'm like, bruh, I don't got no tracks prepared, bruh. Like all I had was my business phone on me, and all I had was like the Google Drive files and things of that sort. So I'm like, bruh, I don't even know like what to send. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna just choose this one, this song, and this song, like some random picks. No instrumental tracks, just the tracks. And I was like, hey, we gonna see what we gotta do. So
many people are so pissed off right now watching this, like that fucking toiled over their set. Like, oh, like no, not this song, not this song. I'm gonna do this one instead.
Is there some money up and shit too?
Yeah, it's just $300 prize.
Yeah.
2 hours of studio time at the Sound Lab.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And an appearance on the award-winning top podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, when's that happening? But
yeah, so that was the coolest thing about you, and it was important that you said, I just found out about this, I don't have show tracks, because we always give people trouble about that.
Yeah.
Right? Singing over their vocals and shit like that. It makes it really hard to connect with the artist, I find.
Yeah, I agree.
Some backing tracks necessarily, obviously, but like, the coolest thing I thought when you first got up there was like a technical difficulty or something going on stage where like your music wasn't starting fast enough. Kind of like tonight when it took us forever to start.
Yeah, right.
But like, and then Noble started humming a tune. Noble, owner of the Testing Lab, owner of the Museum TV. He started humming a tune, and then you just kind of, and the crowd was kind of vibing to it or whatever, but then you started spontaneously rapping to it.
Yeah.
And that really captured the crowd. And it also put us all at ease because we're all kind of like, what the fuck's going on? You know, like, and then we start worrying for you, because we don't want you to get nervous and like, or, get flustered by the technical difficulties. Like, that's the thing that artists always got to remember, I think, right? Is like the audience is rooting for you to do well.
Mm-hmm.
Like in almost all cases, unless you come out like an asshole.
Yeah.
So yeah, then you started rapping and we were all like, oh, this is cool. This is fun. Like, and that was the thing that made me feel like, well, this chick's got something. And then I wasn't sure what to expect. I was honestly expecting you to rap.
I know. Oh my gosh, the genius planning. I was literally planning that. I was like rapping on the side. I was like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna make these people think I'm about to rap. I was like, no, I'm
You got a rapper's outfit on too. Let's be real.
You know what I'm saying? I just gotta always, I do it all. You know what I'm saying? I might pull up in this and I'm gonna just start singing some breezy or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I noticed that too because I watched some video on your Instagram and when you do the switch and then you did it there too, like the switch in the middle of the song. Is that something like you do a lot?
Yeah. I like chopped and screwed glitches, within all my tracks.
Houston.
Yeah, I'm from Houston, so chopped and screwed is a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Grew up. My older sister Linnea was actually the one who was like, oh, like how do I do the chopped and screwed on GarageBand? And I was like, wait, I want to start like chopping and screwing. So I kind of like just do the glitch effect to kind of, reflect that, but in like a modern sense. So it's more like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. And then your set started.
Yeah.
And we were all like, whoa, this is fucking crazy. You like that. You got that soothing voice. It's almost like Sade.
Thank you.
And really cool beats. I forget, you named the producer that night.
Yeah, Q Soul.
Yeah.
Q Soul for Clementines and Find Myself in You. That was both by Q Soul. And then She Says I'm Pretty was the second one. That was actually by my boy Chemist in the Lab. We have a duo called BXK. And we're working on a mixtape this year, so that's gonna be pretty cool.
Right. And we were all really, really impressed. But when it came to decision time, it was tough. There was a lot of good performances that night. Bishop, Toussaint. I was talking about last week. Bishop, Toussaint went crazy. Joe Salza went crazy.
Yeah.
Shelly Marie went off. You were up against iFlow.
Yeah.
In the final.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, like, we all like chat on our phones to decide who wins. And I was like, oh, Indigo Blu got that. She got that. She killed that shit. That was crazy. And everybody's like, I was dope too. We're like, damn, he was, you know. So then they put up to audience vote. Two of them had to stand on stage, and it was like, who's gonna win? The RCC student took it. It was the first time we had gone out to a college, you know, and so it was really cool to have participants from the college jumping in and then to have one win. And we got to make a song together and come on the show.
I did get that $300, baby. He sent that joint on the stage. Let me make that very clear. Baby, the money was in my account before I left that building. That was the first thing he got in my pocket. So shout out Noble in the testing lab, okay? Real legit competition, okay? So anybody who's trying to get on it, you know, if you're a Boston artist, the Berklee artist, you know, people who know me, this is a real stable competition. You know, I'm on a podcast right now. The testing lab was an amazing experience. And like, we're trying to, you know, they're trying to bring it into Boston and things of that sort. So really check it out if you're trying to be in a real competition from Brockton coming into Boston for sure.
Yeah, every other Tuesday at the Sound Lab in Brockton, Massachusetts. Absolutely. And you did the version where it's competitive.
Yeah.
On the alternate ones, like once a month it's competitive, and then the other one is just kind of more of an open mic feedback session. You know, non-competitive. That's how it actually always was until a few months ago. We introduced the competitive version, which I really like.
That's all. Yeah, I love it too. I love it too.
People seem to go a little harder for that shit.
For sure. Yeah.
But then after that I was super excited to make music with you. You know, I usually work with rappers and shit, but I love to make stuff like we made also. So I was really excited about it, and I wasn't really sure exactly what type of vibe to give you. Like, you know, the beats I sent you were pretty varied, right? Sort of all over the place. But the one that you chose was the first one that I made for you. That's why I said sniper shot.
Yeah, sniper. He said sniper shot. Yeah.
I love when that happens. You know, like get it right the first try.
As soon as I heard that one, I was definitely like I was just moving. I was like, and I was like, okay, it gets kind of like that East Coast vibe. You know, I'm from Houston, and then I was just like, man, how do we incorporate just everything like at the same time without it feeling like so, you know, I wanted it to like feel versatile but still feel so universal.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, and I had the trap drums coming at the end on the version I had sent you, but it wasn't really fleshed out yet, and I wasn't even sure whether we should keep that part or not, you know. But then you had the idea to add that like West Coast whistle to it, which really made the part, in my opinion. And we laid that shit down, tuned it up in the studio, arranged everything. And she did the vocals. We actually got the whole session recorded. So,
yeah. That's gonna be so cool to see. I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh. I think I was cussing a lot though. I think I was like, fuck, like messing up all types of stuff.
I don't know how other people feel, but I love watching the process in the booth. You know, watching the person figure out lines, you know, especially if somebody's like punching in, like those moments where they figure out the line and then they get the take. Like, especially if you know the song well. And then you watch the session.
What it stemmed from and then what it became.
Yeah, and then like you also, like if you know the song well enough, when you're watching it, you see them doing the takes and you're like, that sounds a little different, weird. And then you hear it and you're like, oh, that's the one. And then you're like, yeah, keep that, move on. You know, and it's like, fucking, that's so
And
dope.
also, who knows what comes from it? Like years later, you're like, that song might do numbers and you're like, oh shit, remember we did that session?
Yeah, we did that session. It was,
Yep.
That's definitely how I was feeling when I was making this song. I was like, ooh, oh, am I loud?
Nah, she's just.
Oh, my bad.
You don't pay attention to them.
Okay, she wasn't even there.
The way you said that was crazy, bro. They're nothing.
You're supposed to wear all black, Allie. I told you that.
Like,
I told you that.
Yeah, what the fuck?
But yeah, like during the studio session, I was definitely feeling like, wow, this is a moment to remember. You know what I'm saying? No matter what this song or video turns into, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just know within like my faith, you know, that this was a very aligned moment. You know,
how long you been out here?
I've been out here since 2021, but I've been like back and forth from Houston. I moved to Atlanta for a little bit. Scary.
Why was that scary? Tell me about it.
Girl. Atlanta. Atlanta is a very, very, very lit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I had a good time. You know what I'm saying? I was cute out there, but I think, I don't know. I was in like the Clarkson, Decatur area, and you know it's dangerous out there. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, and I hope that I'm saying this right, but I feel like it's a lot of psychological hood mentality that goes out there. It's like it doesn't matter like what area you're from. You can be from a place where you know the hood is actually represented, or you could be from a $2 million mansion. It's like everybody has that mentality that you got to be a thug out there, and that's scary. You know what I'm saying? That's scary. And you know, I ain't gonna lie. Like you know, I ran into a lot of hitters who the music was, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know, I was going out there for music. So, you know, when I was running into these artists, I was finding a lot of the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think I was aligning musically with what was going on. But I did find some crazy, crazy people like in the midst of the majority. So, yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And now you're here. Now you're studying music therapy.
So right now I'm at Roxbury and I am studying theater arts and psychology.
Oh, I'm sorry. You studied music therapy at Berklee.
At Berklee, yes.
My bad.
Yes,
I got that wrong.
Yeah.
What made you want to do that? Music therapy? Like, what does that entail?
Yeah. So, I'm an artist, of course. And, you know, like after I like go tour and stuff like that and I get my Grammys and things of that sort, I want to be able to get into the psychology field. Just because I think that my music helps people, but I also want to be able to make an impact into people's lives, like sitting down with them and, you know, talking to them, being a psychiatrist, things of that sort. And of course, incorporating music, because music is the thing that saved my life. So if I could sit down with somebody and help them kind of discover that in the same instance, you know what I'm saying, with that same mindset, then, you know, why not do it? I think my passion is music, but I think my purpose is to like heal and help. So, yeah.
Do you have a concept in mind of like how you're really going to apply that? Like, are you going to, you know what I mean? Like, what would your practice be?
Probably having clients and being able to sit down with them and discover what type of music helps ease their anxiety and helps ease their triggers. So if they're in a moment where they are feeling anxiety triggers, you know what I'm saying, abandonment issues, things of that sort, if those fears are popping up, they can play certain music, certain playlists that kind of put their mind in like, you know, an ease moment. That's how I want to use my practice.
What if you like made music that calmed them down?
I'm too lit right now. So I got
They'd be like, yo, my mom just died and you just dancing.
Yeah, you know.
You're like, what the fuck?
I probably,
I'll cheer you up.
Like,
Check this out.
At the funeral.
Probably like some Andre 3000 stuff when I'm like 40. Right now I'm lit. What the fuck? Like, you know, I'm still figuring myself out, you know what I'm saying? So we just got to dance right now.
Yeah, what's up with the dancing too? I saw you got some moves out there. Like
no
one's danced like that in one of the videos that we did.
Yeah, I try to throw down. I think I'm a little rusty for sure. I'm just starting to get back into the freestyling, but
that was rusty.
Yeah. You know how Michael Jackson was on. He's like, oh, I'm a little rusty, and then he go, but yeah, I've been dancing my entire life. I'm really inspired by my dad. My dad used to be able to throw down back in the day, and we like bullying him for it now because he old, so he's stiff now. He be trying to hit that joint up like, father, put it down.
Father,
put it down. Crazy. But also, another big inspiration is my older sister Carly. Kizzy Zaniba. She's also an artist. She makes awesome music. But I used to always see her dancing. I was like, bro, she could throw down. So I used to always like, try to, watch the music videos. Of course, like Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I know there's always controversy. Like, oh, Chris Brown thinks that's sorry. I don't care. Chris Brown is one of, and I'll say this on the podcast, he's like one of the best performers of all time.
That's not a controversial statement. That's true.
Okay. I was just making sure.
There might be some people who are like, oh no, but no,
he might also.
That's a very true fact.
Yeah, he might also punch women in the face, but you can't deny.
Hey, listen,
a good performance.
Listen, bro. Rihanna's happy. living a good life right now.
Guys.
We don't need to bring in the negativity. Her man just got freed up.
You know what I'm saying?
Her man
free
got
Rocky.
free.
Yeah.
He keeps having kids.
They're living their life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And she wouldn't have been there without him beating her. I'm joking. That's fucked up. No, but like it's
see, guys. y'all see what they saying?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying you started this. No, I'm joking.
At least he wasn't like Gabby Petito's boyfriend.
Who the fuck?
I was watching that on Netflix the other day too. That was the shit there was a story that was really popular on social media a few years ago, where like this couple was doing the van life vlogging thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the girl disappeared basically, and then the boyfriend came back from their road trip. Like,
okay. I remember that.
It just came on Netflix. Yeah.
Yo, why do those people that live in the van got more money than all of us too?
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro. Yeah,
I know. I mean, that's all it takes.
Monetization, I guess.
They don't pay rent. You're right.
Bills are low.
The rent. Oh my gosh, rent. Woo. Let's talk about rent in Boston, Massachusetts. Oh my jeez.
Expensive city to.
Yeah,
I would say that.
It's out of control. I took a peek at houses the other day out by where I live. Like maybe I live I just rent an apartment now. I love it, but like like to get a house, and there's nothing under $1 million. I mean, there's a few, but they're just dumps.
Right.
And it's like
Yeah, it's just weird because it's like you love it's like such a big little city too. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
I
It's
mean,
like,
I think Boston's incredible.
yeah, I know. I love it. It's fucking weird how much I was showed somebody around they're from Oregon and they're from Cali and stuff, and he was like, "Man, this people here are nice." I said, "What?" Like, yo, he was actually. I was like shocked. I was like, "Damn, bro," and he was like, "Yo, take me to the hood." I was like, "You want me to take you to the hood?" So we drove by like my old neighborhood and like we went through like this like the very Hispanic part of town, and he's like, "I love it around here." I was like, "Bro,
Damn.
you're cool, but you're tripping. You want me to take you to the hood? Like, I barely go here, bro."
And where do you consider the hood?
I'm from Roxbury.
Roxbury. So you consider that the hood?
Well, it depends what part of Roxbury you in, because some of it's really nice, and then I lived across crack houses and shit. I live in project buildings. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So there's different parts of Roxbury. You know what I mean? And it's still that. You know what I mean? It just gotten a lot better. Like the surrounding areas, especially like around RCC is super nice. You know what I mean? It got all the schools there. That's different. Like you go a little deeper and you take the wrong turn, you in the wrong neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost anywhere else in every city. But I love Roxbury. I'm from Roxbury my entire life.
I used to live right near RCC. I used to actually work out there because I lived like.
Yeah, he used to. You know, there's like that police headquarters down the street from
Yeah.
That's
we
where I
do
worked.
this running joke that he looks like a cop.
Oh, damn, use the ops.
Yeah, exactly.
Depends what team you're on. Depends what team you're on.
Depends what team you're on.
Definitely. I think 100%.
So what made you come back to Boston? You said you went to Atlanta after you originally were in Boston?
Man.
Was it love? Was it a...
Hell no, man. I ain't gonna lie. When I first came in here, I was like, boy, this city is crazy, girl. I was not the biggest fan of Boston when I first moved here. I would be honest. It's really cold. I was in just the Berklee community. I didn't know what to do in Boston. Boston just seemed to have no and this is what it seemed to have when I first moved here, like no like culture, no events, like nothing that I could really do to be able to like expand my artistry. At least that's what I thought.
Right.
So I was just like, okay, that's why I decided to move, because I was like, I don't know how my artistry is going to grow in the city. Like, I was giving up. I was like, let me put my hands up. I'm going to just go ahead and go out. Then, of course, going to Atlanta, it's like, oh, yeah, I want to go to Atlanta because that's a popping spot. But I was like, that's not better. And then I called my dad, and I was letting him know about, like, everything that's going on in Atlanta. He was like, why are you calling me? Like, you can't just move. And I was like, I was like, you know what? You're right. So I was like, and then my brother Malachi, oh my gosh, shout out Malachi Nasser. Shout out Malachi Nasser. He's also an artist. My brother Malachi, he was like, oh, come up to Boston for Halloween, da-da-da, I miss you, da-da-da. And then, of course, Taylor as well, Taylor Gray. So then I came back up, and they had moved out of the dorms into their apartment called The Factory. So I visited The Factory for the first time, and I was just in there, and I was like, dang, I don't think I'm going back. I don't know. There's just something in the apartment, The Factory, that just felt so safe.
What is The Factory?
The Factory is the music frat house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, created by Malachi Nasser.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
It's like where we have like mini events. It's where we hang out. It's where we go and create music. It's where we have like the best times. It's me, Malachi, Taylor, Christian Inman, Lord Childs, and then there's like a whole bunch of other people. You know, Talenty be over there, Jalen, Esther be over there. No, she lives there. Jack lives there. All types of stuff. So yeah.
Okay, that's in Boston.
Yeah, right near Fenway.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Were you under the impression like when you came here, like, oh, it's gonna be all white people or something like that? Because I know a lot of people from outside of Boston be like, oh, there's no black or Dominican or Spanish people there, right? And they're like, what are you talking about? I lived in all black neighborhoods my entire life. Like I almost didn't see a white kid till I was like 8. Like it was crazy. The only white people I saw were my teachers for like the longest time.
I think that the Boston that they portray on TV is accurate though. Like I'm not gonna lie, like now that I've been in Boston for a few years, I know about the black culture and I know about the black communities. They're very, very, very nice, but they're just outside the city. But when you get in that city, oh no, there ain't nothing but white people. Like, and that's very true.
But they're not even from here though. A lot of them, it be outside people that come in here to do business and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was telling the guys yesterday that was visiting. I was like, bro, I don't even consider this part Boston. We were driving around like the finance district in downtown. I was like, when we went to Jamaica Plain and Roxbury and Dorchester, I was like, this is what Boston is to me. Like, this is where all the culture is. This is where like the good food is.
Yeah.
Like I had somebody tell me Boston ain't got good food. I was like, since when?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I still don't
You don't
think
know the
Boston.
spots then. You don't know the
See,
spots.
and I feel like I ain't trying to hate. Hey, don't start beating me up, Boston. I ain't
Yeah,
got hey. I'm from Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the food in Boston is not good, but I'm saying the food in Boston is not good. Like,
Listen,
what are you looking for?
And when I'm saying that, honestly, it'd even be like the quality of stuff, like the quality of like the meat is not as like, and maybe it's because I'm from Texas, you know what I'm saying, and everything happens there. But it's like even the quality of the food is not as good in Boston. It's crazy.
I think you're expecting like Texas barbecue and stuff. We don't got that. We suck.
Yeah,
at
we
that.
know.
We're garbage at that. Listen, I'm admitting it. We garbage at
Barbecue
that.
here is only decent.
But the
Yeah.
Dominican food is really good up here. That's my favorite
And the
so
Asian
far.
food is fire.
Yeah,
The Jamaican food, if you go to the right Jamaican restaurant,
You got to go to the right one. Yeah.
You see, you got to go to like where the culture's at, and then you'll find all the good shit.
There's also some like super high level restaurants, you know.
Oh yeah. I haven't been able to visit there yet.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's
hopefully I
that,
get
bro.
there.
If you want to spend a bag, you got that $300 from the Sound Lab to use
You
it?
think I still got that?
No, that is a question I want to ask you
week.
too. What you use that for?
Man, I had to put that joint to rent, bro.
okay,
it was
bet.
nothing
No,
else. It was nothing else, man. This rent here is crazy. I put that joint straight to rent. Saved a little bit, you know what I'm saying, for a little special event I got coming up. But you know, yeah.
What event?
I'm going out.
Okay, then.
Going out this weekend.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, mysterious.
Cool.
You know.
Are you going to a Black in Boston event?
No. We were supposed to have an event this weekend, but it had to unfortunately be postponed just due to like logistics and things of that sort. You know.
Yeah, I think it's so cool that you do that. So it's an event series, right? You guys do all type of shit, sports. But everything is mixed with people performing music, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
The Black in Boston show is a brand that highlights Black artists within the city of Boston. It's something I came up with just because when I did originally come to the city of Boston, I did not know how to venture out as a Black artist. You know what I'm saying? Berklee wouldn't give me no help. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go within the city to figure out like the people I wanted to connect with. And the Black in Boston show is really just a platform to be able to unite the city and like the places like Roxbury and things of that sort that are the true culture of Boston, you know, because I do think that there's a tad bit of segregation when it comes to things of that sort, just coming from the outside. Yeah, for sure. You know, and people sometimes argue with me, which I understand everybody's perspective, but like I'm an outsider coming in. Like, nah, they got y'all. Roxbury is a 20-minute walk from the city. I walk from the factory to the Reggie Lewis Center 20 minutes every day, and there's people in Roxbury who have not even hit the city. It's a 20-minute walk, shawty.
Oh, no, yeah.
It's a walk, not drive, walk.
I remember somebody from like south of Boston came through, and it's like 40 minutes away. They're like, and then they were like, "Oh, let's go to downtown." I was like, "What are the spots right now?" I was like, "I don't fucking know. I'm from Roxbury.
Exactly, right?
Like, I could take you around the block real quick, not that other block, but this block, and we good." And then she's like, "What the fuck? You live here your entire life? You don't know?" No, I don't go to Boston Commons and shit. That's like what other people do. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Weird.
But it's so beautiful out there, like, and there's so much space for us to be creative and really like bring a platform out there. So I'm hoping that the Black and Boston show can kind of cultivate that. So.
Where do you host it at?
I host so right now we're hosting a Black and Boston events at the Reggie Lewis Center. Shout out to the Reggie Lewis Center. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Demetrius Pringle. He is the director of operations at the Reggie Lewis Center. He is awesome. He's the one who's kind of getting our events started and things of that sort and really trying to bring the Black culture back to the Reggie Lewis Center, you know? So
yeah, I love RCC. I think it's such a staple in the community. You know what I mean? I think now they're doing like free courses all the time, and like, are they giving tuition too for Roxbury residents or something like that?
They say, but I ain't gonna lie, I got a $14,000 balance on my account, so I don't know. They say it's free, but I owe a lot of money. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I owe a lot of money. So RCC, if you see this, baby, please,
that's
like,
please. You might have to win some more competitions.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. Like, I'm gonna have to throw a shirt off next time or something. You know, like,
damn, 14 racks is RCC got expensive. So then when I went, God.
Yeah, and they say it's free, so I don't know, but it's supposed to be
extra,
free.
So it's free for other people.
Exactly, probably. Yeah, they trying to get my pocket, so they know.
Is that because you're from out of town or something?
Yeah,
out-of-state tuition is way more expensive.
Yeah, they were charging me out-of-state tuition, but I had to change my eligibility to in-state, so it should be getting fixed now. But there's still like so many balances on my account that you know it's just crazy. FAFSA's messing up, all types of stuff, financial aid.
Yeah,
you know.
I thought it was like, oh, this is cheap because I was looking at other colleges, but I started RCC and then they hit me with the books, and I'm like, oh my God, bro, I need to get a job.
I got to get something to pay for this.
Do you still have to buy books in college, or can you just look at them online?
I mean, if you know the ways, you know what I'm saying. Everything free online now. If you know the right websites, but Usually you can get you typically still have to buy like textbooks to do assignments, but you could usually get a book voucher from financial aid at Roxbury. But like at other schools like Berklee, now you got to just buy that joint.
Right. I would buy the book. It cost me like $500 and I would never use it.
Yup, you use like once and it's like,
and I didn't know what to do with it. Because then they'd make a new edition and everyone's like, oh, we don't need your fucking book. I'm like, well, fuck you.
Why can't they just loan it to like high school?
Nah, bro.
Too many people.
They don't play it. No, they do rent that shit, but it's still not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I went to UMass Boston, that shit wasn't cheap.
What'd you go to UMass Boston for?
I went for political science.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I went to RCC, graduated from there, then I transferred over to UMass Boston. I loved UMass Boston.
Awesome.
Yeah, but it was like they built all the nice shit right when I graduated, which got me kind of tight. You know, I was kind of jealous. I'm like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I was
I had none of this.
These new
It's always
courses.
like that. It's when you leave.
And then they get everything.
They built dorms, which I don't give a fuck about because I live, in Roxbury. But I was just like, what the fuck? Like the new classes, it was all fancy, yo. They didn't even have left-handed desks because I'm lefty, so it would get me. I would be like, what the fuck? It felt like a prison because that school was designed by people who built prisons too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why the old infrastructure. You look around the building, you're like, oh, this kind of looks like a jail cell.
It's that brutalism type architecture, right? Like kind of like City Hall.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, and then inside the classrooms legit looks like if you ever watch like a prison TV show, you're like, this kind of looks like a jail. Like,
oh wow.
I didn't go to school. Skipped it.
You skipped it?
Yeah.
He thinks he's so cool because he did that.
I don't think I'm cool, but I'm glad I saved the money.
I definitely dropped out at a point in time. Like I was definitely like, I probably won't go back to school, but I was like, whatever. Let me go do it. Let me just go get my degree.
Are you finding it brings you like some value that you could use towards like your music itself, or just the psychology part?
I think that the individuals that I meet typically when I go to school like inspire me a lot to like make music and things of that sort. But the school, it's just for the psychology and theater arts.
Right, it's just to get a check mark, right? Because I felt like the same thing about college is what it taught me is like, you learn how to interact with all sorts of people from fucking everywhere. You have some tough conversations, some good ones, etc. And you meet people from all walks of life. So it's kind of, that's the best part about it. But I'm like, damn, I don't want to go into depth to meet some people.
Yeah. That's exactly how I felt.
What are you going to do if AI becomes better at music therapy than you?
Ooh.
Ain't nobody going to become better than me or nothing. What are you doing?
AI is getting pretty good. It's getting pretty good.
No,
bro, I don't know. I can show you a photo. I said AI, I want to see what Indian Red Bull looks like the energy drink.
Random.
And it literally showed me I don't want to bring up the conversation or why that came up, but there was literally an Indian dude massaging a Red Bull, literally holding a bowl, in a mark. I was like, and then I said, get me an actual Red Bull. And it actually did it after. I was like, what the fuck? AI. But that was funny because I was like, I get you took me too literal. You know what I mean? But it was still weird.
Yeah. I was telling Blue, I'm a vibe coder now.
You're a vibe. What the fuck does that even mean, dude? Are you making shit up?
A vibe coder is someone who just talks to AI to write code and develop an application.
I mean, yeah. Shout out to your job. I hope they're not listening.
No, it's not even my job, dude. It's I'm just doing it on the side. I got an idea. I'm trying to make it. But I don't know how to write code.
Yeah.
But these AI tools are getting so fucking good now. You can just talk to it and it starts building a web app for you.
I mean,
unfucking believable, dude.
It is crazy what it's capable of, and it's only gonna get better. But I do kind of like what it does for some music stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I like AI. I'm not gonna lie. People be scared of it and stuff like that. But I'd be like, bro, look, everybody, just take a breather.
It's about how you
look around at everything that was built. Everything that we see was built by humans. And there's nothing you could look at in this room that wasn't built by humans. Why the fuck do you think that something that humans build would take over the human mind? You know what I'm saying? But I also do understand people's, leaking data, security. I think the security breach is where AI kind of gets a little rocky. But it's I don't think that AI is ever going to be able to create better than a human when humans created everything we see.
Well, no, I mean, it's definitely going to be smarter than us.
Yeah.
Which is where it gets weird because
for some people that's not that tough to do. But
however many billions of years we've been the smartest thing on this planet and we've dominated because
But we've always wanted to go there. We always build things to do something better than we do it. It's always been.
But it's so that we could do it better. Now it's something else is going to be able to do it better.
There's bullshit that it does that we don't want to do. Sometimes we don't want to sort out a brainstorming session. You know what we did the other night? So I was with a grower like who sells like one of the better brands out here, and he had like 9 different phenos, like 9 different of the same strain, but like grown differently. And like we tried each one, which by the way was very intense. It was a long night. But then and he kept like bracketing it like the playoffs kind of like, he's like, oh, this one passed, let's compete it against this one. Mm-hmm. They took a photo of the chart that they like drew out, and AI made like a whole profile for like our pheno hunt, like the test. Wow. And it was like, this one was better because of XYZ. It literally took the physical notes we wrote. She like took pictures of the flashcards we wrote, the picture of the chart, and it did a whole thing.
Wow, we're really living in the future. That's crazy.
But that's like that's have crazy. A lit ass assistant. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, I wouldn't want to do all that bullshit.
Yeah. I don't think that at least in my lifetime it's gonna get scary enough for me to be like, oh yeah, it's gonna take over the world. Now maybe like 100, like not even 100, but 1,000 years in the future, we're gonna be gone. We're gonna be gone.
It's gonna happen in like 5 to 10 years.
You think so?
Bro. Yeah. I think it's gonna get
AGI is probably coming out this year.
No, bro, I think there's going to be a time where is going to be scary for some people because some people might get replaced job-wise or whatever, but I think overall, though, it's going to be like a net positive. To me.
I saw a study the other day that said, with some analysis, right, it was one study, but they analyzed like basic office jobs, and they said probably about 70% of the tasks and the jobs that people do can be replaced by AI now.
Well, most the people in the office know that. They hate that shit. When I worked in a cubicle,
I hated
that
shit. Anyway.
I'm like, why can't I put this in the computer and it fix it? I don't need to do this, and that to get to the job part.
It's going to eradicate jobs. What I hope, my hope is that, AI doesn't ruin the world, but it instead introduces a utopia.
Yeah.
Right? Where once AI and then robotics get so good that labor for things like food and housing becomes almost free. Then we can just have that shit provide for us so that we have like a baseline. Because right now, when you live in society, like if you don't have a job, and you don't have like family to back you up or something like that, you're on the street. Yeah. There's definitely like Section 8 or whatever, assistance, all that stuff. But like
that shit just lets you be poor better. That stuff. Because I grew up with that. Like I grew up on food stamps and all that subsidized housing. They fuck you every way you can. If you make a dime over a certain amount, all that shit gets taken away.
Right. So imagine a world where like housing, like there was a base level if you wanted to take it. Yeah. There was a base level of housing and food and utilities provided to you, maybe a little bit of cash. And that was like everybody got that.
Yeah.
And then you could work on top of that if you wanted to and pursue your passions, whatever, but you wouldn't be screwed without a job. That could be a beautiful life.
That sounds great.
That would be a cool life.
That'd
be a cool life.
I just want the aliens to come, yo.
That would be the funnest thing.
Like I want to know what the fuck's going on. Figure some of our shit out because we on some bullshit.
The thing about that though, dude, is like they would definitely take us over.
I don't care. Yeah. I kind of want to have a conversation and see.
You want to be a slave to aliens?
No,
you would be.
Why do you go to slave first, bro?
Because they would just take us over, and we would have no choice.
Why, bro? You're so negative. What if they're nice people? Dude?
It doesn't matter. Look how we treat dogs. We love
dogs. It's like
dogs.
the angel, and then it's like the devil on the other shoulder. It's like, the world's gonna fucking end. And he's like, no, like, come on.
Dog. Nah, bro. Shout out to aliens. Come through.
Even if they loved us, dude, the best we could hope for is dog treatment, where they give us a little bit of dry kibble every day.
I feel like you're projecting onto the aliens. What if they're very nice people?
Again, they could be super nice, but
what if they're like, you know what, guys, we've been watching y'all. Y'all are tripping. Here's some information. When y'all get it together, we'll talk. What if it's that?
That would be great, but I don't think that would.
What
happen.
would be the use of them like treating us like that, anyways?
Because they would just look at us like nothing.
But I feel like if they watched us, they will be thinking we're a lost cause.
That too.
Just listen to what we have to say and listen. That's it. Because everything you tried did not work. So
I mean, who's going to talk to him?
Well,
Trump?
Who knows yet? Because I feel like our whole society's still pretty young in a lot of ways. We're not like we haven't been around that long. Right. In the grand scheme of things, as far as like how long the earth and everything's been around, right? Like,
no.
Give us some time, bro. Be patient. This guy's negative.
I mean, I want the aliens to come. But I know that we'd be in trouble if they came.
Nah, we're gonna
but maybe AI has to save us against the aliens.
AI, nah, bro.
How did we get here?
Yeah, like
honestly,
what do we?
This happens sometimes.
Damn.
How did we get here? But we started talking about AI and music and stuff, and then
right.
And then the whole time, I'm not gonna lie, I just kept thinking, I want to talk about aliens real quick. Because that just made me think about aliens. I don't know.
Alien music would be sick. I bet it's wild.
Yo, what if they music would go crazy?
What if they got bars, yo?
They probably do.
I love listening to alien music. Actually, it sounds like your music. Look.
Okay.
There you go. That's
So
how
now you exposing. Now,
that's
you
your
saying my
slogan now.
music sounds like alien music?
You know, I always thought your music
Out of this world.
Out of this world. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
what? Speaking of music, so like it's very interesting. It's got like a unique twist on it, right? Like it seems like you're trying to mix some things together. Like, what made you want to do that? Like, who were you listening to? You're like, yo, I need to listen to this, and then you listen to something else, and then you mashed it. Like, that's kind of
everything my siblings listened to growing up. One of my artists that I'm like influenced by the most is Frank Ocean. I don't know. Like, I just really love what I hear when I create music, and I don't really have like an explanation for it. I like to say that I create like alternative R&B. So I like to put things together that you don't typically hear and might sound a little odd. Like when I was making that song on the podcast, my boy Jay was like, yeah, it's good, but you like use this specific note that was weird. It was like, And they were like, yeah, that's odd. But I was like, yeah, Kai, I like that. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why I like things like that, but
I thought that part was kind of funny sounding too. Like it's like really dissonant, especially like the second note, like when they all hit together. That's like sounds really weird. But that was an instance where I thought about saying something like, "You sure about that?" But I was like, "No, I'm just gonna let it."
Yeah. But is it because I don't know why, but it's just something that resonates with like my authentic artistry. And a lot of people always try to be like, "Oh, I wish you would have like used a different chord and stuff like that." But I was like, if I used a different chord, then I would be making music like you, and that kind of defeats the purpose, you know.
Right.
So yeah.
So you're making alien music,
yeah. But Frank Ocean, SZA. I've been listening to a lot of Party Next Door, I ain't gonna lie. Bryson Tiller.
What do you think of that album that he did with Drake?
Shit ass. That is
it's not bad. It's just like it's background. It's background music if you got a girl.
I tried listening to it too, by the way, and like I like both of them. I'm all the Drake hate, whatever it is, he makes good music, right? So, and then I like Party Next Door because he makes a lot of Drake's music that I liked. So it's like I like really like Party Next Door. And so I was just like, I just played it and nothing was like sticking to me. Really, you know what I mean? But maybe that's just I wasn't in that mood for that. You know what I mean? I might take a re-listen, you know? Because sometimes I do that. Like I didn't like Scorpion that Drake did.
Yeah, me neither.
Then I listened to it again and there's a lot of good songs on there. Yeah. Listen to it again.
I think these artists make like pretty good like bass music, but like for the caliber, like I've been listening to a lot of like P4. So it's like to go to P4 to that album, I was just like, okay.
What's P4?
P4 was Party Next Door's last album.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I was going through it, so I was listening to that album a little bit. I ain't gonna
That was
lie.
your music therapy?
Yeah, for sure, for the moment.
What were you going through there?
Man, just
I definitely had to do with somebody. What happened?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just, you know.
Were they in Atlanta and that's why you left for real?
Nah. I was here. I was here. You know, I was just, you know, in a little situationship.
You know what's funny?
You know,
it's like
that's it.
we used to do this thing. Our co-hosts used to be like, look at the camera, shout out your boo, blah, blah. And you were kind of giving that vibe when someone's got someone, but they're like, I don't really want to say it or shout it out on the show.
Yeah, that situation was interesting. But I think I've grown a lot. Like, I think that it definitely helped me with like my attachment, you know, things that I've been, you know, working on. I think that every relationship that I kind of come by helps me evolve into a better person, truthfully.
Are you an anxious attachment or avoidant
Yeah,
attachment?
I'm very anxious.
Anxious attachment.
Yeah.
How many songs did that lead to?
Like it led to a
album.
Yo, figure it out.
Yo, that's not a bad way to measure how down bad you were, though. Like, how many songs did I make for you?
No,
bitch?
I've been
like,
down bad. I've been down
You
bad,
should focus on
shawty.
the song titles.
Yeah, I've been very, very down bad.
Well, you told me that you love very hard, right? Like you're very full of love. So that's probably why, because you give it up to somebody.
Yeah.
And then when it ends, it crushes you.
Crushes me, and I can't like let it go because I'm so anxious. I'm like, oh my God, this has to be the one. But you know, I just realized that if it's gonna be, it's gonna be. If it's not, you're gonna see. So it's just like that simple.
It still sucks though.
It still sucks. It don't suck no more because like I've moved on, so it's okay.
All right.
All right,
Yeah.
so
He's
like, hold on.
What you mean messy for?
Nothing.
hold on, we need a second album.
Yeah.
I need some more tracks out of you.
What was the song that we made about the ethers?
Lipstick, backseat, blowing up the meter. Hit the club, play my song, bring her to the ethers. So just kind of like a being with a shuddy and just being able to go out, go to the club, bring it to the ethers. The ethers is like my crib. Ethers means like the sphere above the moon. So like kind of like that whimsical era. So that's what the ethers mean. Hit the club, bring it to the ethers. Dealing with the party, gotta call in what they needed. Like gotta call in the weed, cause we don't get high. Dealing with the party, gotta call in what they needed. If we fucking, then I probably really mean it. It's just kind of like, I feel like all my songs are kind of like affirmations. So it's just kind of like the affirmation of what like I kind of want, to kind of experience, like, being with my shawty, you know what I'm saying? We doing a thing. We hit the club, then you come over to my crib. We having a party, and then like if we fucking, I probably really mean it. Like use my shawty, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what that was inspired by. But just like good vibes, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta ask, by the way, this is a little off topic, but you come from Houston, right?
Yeah.
So they have a pretty good music scene. Have you ever tried to like get involved into that scene at all?
Not like I'm familiar with it, but not really, because when I started really taking my artistry seriously, that was when I went to Berklee. Okay. So I haven't really like dove into the music scene in Houston, and also I wanted to come to somewhere that was a little smaller because Houston already popping. You know what I'm saying? And I know that I could be popping in Houston, but I really wanted to be able to cultivate somewhere that's not as familiar for music. So that's why Boston was kind of my choice.
Man.
Like, like
a Mexican OT right now is killing it.
Killing it. His flow is stupid. Yeah. I love it.
One of the more creative new artists out here. Like he'll fucking sing like he's in a mariachi band and rap at the same time. You're like, God damn, bro. You trying to make it for real?
He's very
good.
Yeah. I'm definitely a fan. He's very good.
BX the Plug's from there too, right?
Who?
BX the Plug.
Who that?
He's the guy with the fucking, he was in a commercial and shit. He's one of the biggest artists out there. He's from Houston, right? Am I tweeting? Yeah, he's one of the biggest artists out right now. He's fucking, I just saw him in a commercial, in a Geico commercial or some shit.
I'm so tapped out of the music scene. Like, and don't cancel me when I say this. And this is not, bro, I did not know like Doechii, like who Doechii, like Doechii.
Oh, Doechii, who won that?
Yes, I did not really know who she was until.
Look at me. You're not the only one. I was like, who is this person?
Yes, I was like, I don't know. And this is she's
I checked her out
stupid.
after.
I had to.
She's
I watched
fire.
the Tiny Desk. She's stupid. Like when I tell you, I'm very, very inspired. I was inspired by her whole Tiny Desk. But the first time that I really heard of her was at the Grammys, and then I was at my brother Malachi's birthday party, and Christian had put on "Denial Is a River in Egypt," and that was the first time I heard that song. Everybody's rapping the lyrics, and I was like, bruh, like I'm tapped out of the music scene, like bruh, but she's stupid.
I seen like a few shorts and shit on Instagram and YouTube, and I was like, oh, this person's kind of dope, but I never remembered their name. And then I was like, she just won a Grammy, dude. Like what? The It was out of nowhere, but like, yo, shout out to her.
Is she the first big female rapper that's not like shaking ass like Cardi and Nicki Minaj and shit?
No, she be shaking that ass.
Nah,
Lauryn Hill.
You ain't never seen her music video, Crazy?
Okay, so I mean, not in history, but like I mean, sort of in.
Booty naked.
No, I'm sure. I mean, I don't doubt she.
Like you mean
she
it's like the
but you know what I'm saying? Like
factor?
Cardi and Nicki, they got a certain lyrical
Yeah.
concept. You know what I'm
I
saying?
guess so. Yeah.
Wrong with that.
One of her last singles was called "Booty Drop."
Okay. Maybe I'm not.
Yeah.
tapped
So
in
obviously
enough,
that's not his song.
What are you guys talking about?
No, but I get what
the
kind of
rapper?
he's saying. It's not her main aesthetic. You know what I mean? Which is true. It's not. Like she's got her bars. She almost does like some spoken word shit sometimes in that scene. You know what I mean? It's like a different
I feel like I haven't seen that like really in pop rap. Yeah.
No, it's mad unique.
Lately.
That's what she got. I think her uniqueness is like her
That's
very
like
special
her
power.
whole thing for real.
Yeah.
And like seeing her like her trajectory of just grow up, like she documented her whole thing on YouTube.
Oh really?
Like
sick.
so seeing her
happy
like
about
win that Grammy, because I've seen videos of her when she like got fired from jobs, and when she like was like, I think I'm about to quit, but then she said, actually no, I can't quit because I have to keep going. I was just watching a video of her saying like, I gotta keep going.
Wow.
If I don't, nobody else will.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Nah,
Yeah,
like,
she's
so
super
dope.
dope.
Yo, always have the journey on tape. Like, shout out to the artists who actually take the time to do that. I've said it before, and it's
You guys
like,
find that over there?
people want to
The old
see that
Doechii
shit. Like, especially when you see that star rise, you know what I mean?
Yo,
Like,
it's the coolest.
and you know what's even cooler? When you're there before anyone even knew that shit. You're like, I said Mexico to early because I'm gonna be honest, I was on it mad early. I was like, yo, who is this cat? And then out of nowhere, it signed an Interscope and shit like that. You're like, oh shit, shout out to that boy. Yeah. I mean, same thing with Kendrick. I was listening to Kendrick way back when on YouTube and shit. I was like, who is this dude? He's nice. And then he came out of nowhere and blew up. You know what I mean? And this is not that much of a flex, but I remember with Macklemore, I used to I found his YouTube channel when he had like 500 subscribers.
Wow.
And then he blew up.
Wow.
Yeah, and his underground stuff was actually like, oh, he got some bars. And I would listen to him. My homie from Seattle was like, no, he got more songs. And he sent me a bunch of shit. And then out of nowhere, Thrift Shop, I was like, Macklemore is famous, bro. I haven't listened to him in 5 years. You know what I mean? So you just never know where it's going to go.
I will say one of the coolest things about being at Berklee is that when you find the gems like Blue and you find the gems who are like crazy, it's like, whoa, I'm seeing like a first glimpse of something iconic.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I started
Thank you,
testing
Boogie.
it.
Literally.
Like, this is
It's
something
like,
else. Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's how I felt when I saw Christian. I'll tell y'all the story of how I first saw Christian Inman. I was watching the BSI. It was a class after us. 22. Watching BSI 22, and you know, BSI is the Black Scholars Initiative that's at Berklee. So the Black students at Berklee get invited to the BSI pre-orientation. So they get to come to Berklee a week early, and then at the end of the week, there's a show. And they get to perform like, you know, songs by artists and things of that sort. So I'm watching this, and then like, you know, I'm like, oh, these niggas ass, you know what I'm saying? But I come and I see Christian, and I'm like, who is that? Their face is Beats, bruh. And mind you, freshman. So I'm like, what? And then the first time I met Christian, it was in 150, and I saw them, and I went up to them, and I was like, oh my gosh, I saw you in that BSI performance. You were so good. They're like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, when I started hanging out with Malachi, that's when I was really introduced to Christian and men. So, you know, one of my bestie boos for sure. I love you too, Boogie.
Are you a singer as well?
Yeah, I'm an artist.
Okay,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're like low key lucky to have Christian on the show right now.
Oh,
and
Christian Inman, it's that header. Got some bang. You can feel the wind moving through the air. That's all I want.
Do you collaborate a lot?
You know what's funny? With a lot of my friends, like my closest friends, they're all hella talented, but I think we really appreciate each other's friendships because music is the thing that has become our job, and music's become the thing that like consumes us. And so like when we're with each other, it's like, let's take time to like cater to like our humanity, and let's take time to like really take care of each other. Cause I think if you allow music to consume you, it will. And being around people who really feed like the character of you is really important. But we've been, of course, in rooms where we've like written songs together. And, like, you know,
songs. To me, that's a collaboration. You know.
Oh yeah, like writing songs and like we'll be at a party and then Malachi will pull up a guitar and then
always
have a mic and an interface and we have a song. You know, all the time.
I saw you playing the guitar on Instagram too. By the way, is that something you learned like recently, or you've always know how to play that?
Yeah. So I got a guitar when I was in high school, and I was like a kind of choppy at it, but I didn't really start getting savvy with it until I moved to Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie, I took some shrooms, and
nice. Shout out to shrooms. Big shout out to shrooms.
And I just learned how to play it. And then, of course, being around my brother Malachi, he can play the guitar really, really, really bad. So he would just play that drum all the time. I'm like, I'm gonna learn how to do that. So I would just see him, oh baby, take me to the.
Is that your best impression of your brother?
It's honestly really accurate.
Wow.
It's really accurate. Really,
Jesus, Malachi, you got done dirty.
I gotta do that. I gotta learn to do that.
Out here.
We love you, Malachi.
We love Malachi.
But don't play the guitar no more, dog.
Nah, he's fire. He's stupid at what he does. He's so fire. But yeah, so then I was like, okay, let me start picking up the guitar. So that's kind of like how I got a little savvy with it.
Wait, you figured it out while you were on shrooms?
Yes.
Like you could sort of play it a little bit, and then you were tripping, and it just made sense.
Yeah, I made a song called Panic.
That's crazy.
And it just kept going.
Dude, shrooms rewire your brain a little bit.
And from there on out, like you could play the guitar better.
Yeah.
That's
like
so
I can find the
wild.
bass note of a song, and then I could play the song like the basic like 2 or 3 harmony chord.
So once again, shout out to shrooms.
You know what
Not
I'm
to
saying?
mention,
Oh yeah, like
You don't got strings?
For some reason, every time I get a guitar, the E string, the high string pops. So all my guitars don't have the high string. But I don't need it because I play cello. So I grew up playing cello, so I like the lower tones of instruments anyway. So I'm like that string be too high anyway. So I don't be needing it.
I thought you meant the low E string pops.
No, the top.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow. So you're all over the place. Cello, guitar, dancing, singing. Anything else?
You ever compete in dancing or something?
Nah.
No, you got served.
Nah,
we were talking about that movie like last week. Now it's
like I feel like I gotta like get more because I feel like I can dance, but I feel like there's a caliber that I want to be on that I'm just not at yet. But it's just because I haven't been like consistently like practicing and things of that sort. Because I thought I could dance real good, and then the Boston Conservatory people started coming in, like the commercial dancers. I was like, I can't dance for shit.
Oh really?
They're rapping laps around me.
Really?
They are very, and I think it's different when again you grow up knowing how to dance in the streets, but then you actually go to classes and you could tell the difference of caliber. And I want to be more like I go to classes and structured a little bit.
Gotcha.
You ever watch You Think You Could Dance?
Yeah.
That used to be my shit.
Yeah, I watched it a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, yo, that used to be my shit. Bro.
Wow.
That's a great show.
That show. Me and my mom, living room. Okay, now it got serious.
And it would be it'd be funny as shit sometimes when they're really
Jabberwocky was
bad.
the best crew.
Oh yeah, they were
Jabberwocky
on. They were on that. Is that where they started?
Were they on?
I think so.
No, they were on.
Weren't they on, like,
MTV
Wild 'N Out or
show
some shit?
Yeah.
It was a different
They definitely
MTV
popped up on you,
competition.
so you think you can dance though.
No, they did, but
For
they
sure,
were
right?
they got famous through like some MTV competition.
Yeah.
No, and then I found out that the members changed, but they are forced to wear masks and always cover their skin, so you don't know who it is
Cool.
because they wanted to be about the group and never about an individual.
Yeah, that's
So
why.
there's new members and people don't even know who the fuck
But
they
you
are.
can tell because they not saying like they still eats down, but you can tell
bro.
like you could tell that it's not the original members no more. You know
No,
what I'm
but
saying?
it's still hard, bro. Like that DaBaby video they did, that shit was crazy. Like that was by the way, that was probably one of the better music videos to me. But like,
Yeah.
what the fuck what is DaBaby doing right now? But anyways,
Chilling.
I have a
yeah,
conspiracy.
super
I
rich.
have a
you was saying all
conspiracy
you think
theory
you could
about
dance
that.
though, Dallas, and we got to talk about that on the side later.
I just surprised
like-
you were so into it.
Bro,
That's all good.
great show. I thought it was kind of funny sometimes.
No,
when
it was
you're
good.
mad.
It was good.
Because it's like, bro, dancing, sometimes singing, you could be a little delusional if you're just good enough that people are like, oh, you know how to sing. So on American Idol, you'd be like, you're okay, but you're not that great. But dancing is like pretty fucking obvious, bro.
Cut and dry.
Yeah, like you're not good at this, sir. You just wasted our camera time. But anyways, shout out to you. You think I could dance? He's a hater.
So before we wrap up, you said Jeriel said that on your Instagram you were looking for bandmates.
I am.
So we want to know what would be like if you could pick anybody in the world. Should we go dead or alive?
Yeah.
Dead or alive? Yeah, let's go dead or alive. Your perfect band, and we'll say like 5 spots,
Like I gotta
5
choose
instruments,
like
5 instruments.
Your favorite guitar, the fucking you wanted to say
Yeah, who's
Led
your
Zeppelin, go Led
guitarist?
Zeppelin, you know what I mean? It doesn't.
For instance,
It could be your brother
So-
Malachi.
Yeah, so the bassist would definitely be Jalen Toller. Jalen Toller is one of my best friends. We went to Berklee College of Music together, and I always said like if I ever go on tour, it'll be Jalen. So
okay.
Jalen at bass.
Jared's holding it down on the bass.
Drums. I don't know. Honestly, this is crazy, but if I could get a dream band, TK Johnson on the drums. Oh my gosh.
Who's he
she's
play for?
Killer. She used to go to Berklee as
sorry.
well.
Okay.
But she's been touring with like a whole bunch of people. She just did a Tiny Desk with Bartiche Strange, is that the name? Yeah, she just did a Tiny Desk with them. So I'd put TK on drums. Keys. I don't know who I'd put on keys, to be completely honest. I gotta come back to that. And then guitarist, Slash.
Oh, sick.
Oh, that'd
Slash.
be kind of
Okay.
insane.
Yeah. I would do Slash on guitar.
And we got one more instrument, and then we gotta go back to keys.
What's the last instrument?
It could be whatever you choose. You know, you can do a trumpet, saxophone, fucking
Ooh, a sax player real
cello,
quick.
lute.
Who's that? Who's Yo-Yo Ma? It could be Yo-Yo Ma. What did he play?
Doesn't he just make mouth sounds?
I don't even know. Cause I really suck at like naming like famous like instruments. Like I
Right.
suck at all that stuff.
No, I mean he could
Totally.
literally be somebody you know too. It doesn't really matter.
But yeah, that's not
I don't
fun, though.
even know.
It's your dream.
What
band.
would be what would be the 5th instrument that you would choose that you'd want in your band?
Probably like somebody like doing the tracks and stuff like that. Like I would want like an audio track to be
Like
the
a
fifth
not a
instrument.
DJ, but like
synths,
doing the programming.
play the
yeah,
soundscapes
programming,
and
things
shit,
of that
you know what
sort.
I mean?
I don't know who would be doing that, but yeah, have somebody who's
Dude,
like
the
What
guy
about
from Fish, bro.
what about DJ Green Lantern from Limp Bizkit?
What, bro?
I don't know who that is.
or how about Mike
Limp Bizkit.
Shinoda from Linkin Park.
Mike Shinoda, all that.
Yeah.
He actually was.
He would do a good job. Or the DJ from Linkin Park.
Dude, Linkin Park had a run, bro.
They were sick.
Linkin Park
Honestly,
was-
I feel like Chester Bennington.
I don't know any of these white people.
Chester Bennington was the singer, like the screamo guy from Linkin Park.
Okay, I remember that guy.
He should be up there in the annals. I think he kind of is. But when people talk about the best rock and roll singers of all time, I definitely think he should.
I'm not
be
gonna
named.
lie. I used to hate on them a little bit because I would always want. I used to be. I'm still a huge 50 Cent fan, but anytime they were competing on TRL and shit, I'd be like, "You better not be fucking 50 Cent." And, I used to hate Linkin Park and fucking B2K because I'm like, "You motherfuckers!" No, I want to listen to In the Club again for the 30th week straight. Because he had a run. It was crazy. I was rooting for 50 for a long time. I still do. Shut up, 50.
All right, so
Sorry.
somebody on programming, but who? Dre. I mean, we're talking about anybody here.
Dang.
Dallas.
Maybe I need to meet some more people. I have no clue. Like, I have no clue. There's like this dude who arranges on Instagram. I don't even know his name, but it'd be him. I don't know.
Oh,
his name.
shout out, dude.
Honeycomb.
Shout
you
out
ever
to
see
him.
You ever see that dude?
Honeycomb?
Yeah, you know
Nah.
what I'm talking about?
He
Nah.
out the media.
He's from
guys. I
fucking.
need to-
He's
I
from
need to
here,
tap in.
bro,
That's
and he does
horrible.
like
I
crazy
need to
stuff.
tap in,
He
bro.
be live on Twitch and shit, and he does like he'll make live music.
Oh, cool.
instantly. And he does
like
all
random
effects.
shit. That's fire.
Yeah.
Trying to get my thumbnail.
Okay, so then we have to go back to the keyboardist here, though. We're talking, Alicia Keys, Paul McCartney, like whatever,
I'd probably choose my boy Alonzo at Berklee.
Oh wow.
yeah.
Alonzo.
Probably choose Alonzo.
So you're sticking with your friends
Yeah.
for the
like-
most part, plus Slash.
Yeah, for sure. Plus Slash. You know what I'm saying?
Makes it even funnier.
That's going to be the only addition. But no, I've always dreamed of like when I'm going on tour and stuff like that, I already have people who know exactly what my music sounds like, respects my music. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go out there and just, book someone in my band just because of the popularity. Like, no, I got a friend here. Like, I have a friend here. Like, I want my whole band to be people that I know. So even when we're like practicing, like going on to shows and stuff like that, it doesn't feel like it's so I hate that. I just want to be able to like chill, you know what I'm saying? We might smoke before, things of that sort. We go in there, we just shed, and then once we get close to the store, we get more serious as we go, but it doesn't really feel like a job. It more feels like a hobby, like something, an opportunity, for us to get closer as friends, but also as musicians.
It's the funnest thing you could possibly do, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, listen, Indigo, I think you're a huge talent.
Thank
Excited
you.
to see what you do. Excited to
you.
know you now. Make some more music together.
For sure.
Christian, Talencia, thank you for hanging with us tonight.
Of course. Thanks for having us.
And before we go,
Yeah.
just letting y'all know, I do have a performance on March 16th.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? March Madness, ran by Forever Lit, musical showcase, Indigo Blu, Blue 33. It's going to be at the Jungle on March 16th. So if y'all trying to see me live, y'all trying to see me break down, we're going to have a live band. It's going to be sick. Please come out March 16th. You're in the Boston area for sure.
Yep, and follow Indigo on Instagram, which is at, what is it again? At
Blue.3.3.
Blue.3.3. And why don't you guys throw your Instagrams out real quick?
Yeah.
I'm Christian Inman, and you can see me at Christian Inman Official.
Say that, Christian Inman?
Yes, Christian Inman Official.
INMAN?
That's true.
Official.
Yeah.
Dope. Talencia?
_LATSEE_ let's see.
Now say it in French. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. Bonjour.
Croissant.
Oui.
Croissant is crazy.
All right, well, yeah,
All
make
right.
sure you like and subscribe this episode. Tell your friends, share the shit, comment. We'll see y'all next week.
Hope y'all enjoyed.
Peace.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
She got that little seat, back seat, blowing up the meter. Hit the club, play my song, bring it to the ethers. Dealing with the party, gotta call in what they needed. If we fucking now, I probably really mean it, God. His feedback, let me show you all the many. Sipping rum Bacardi while we smoking on the speaker. Pull up with the sniper on me. Tell him about you loving on me. We don't got the time, baby. Why stop time? Can I make you mine? Make you mine. She got that little seat, back seat, blowing up the meter. Hit the club, play my song, bring it to the ethers. Dealing with the party, gotta call in what they needed. If we fucking now, I probably really mean it, God.
What's going on with y'all? live on Highstreet. Special shout out to Dallas Rose, and especially special shout out to the East Coast natives. Special shout out to Indigo Blu. And you know, we want to bring out something different today from across the nation, you know what I'm saying? Give you some West Coast vibes to show that we got this versatility and we're doing it from anywhere. Let's go.
Baby, get that style in motion, making look twice while you serving out that portion, girl. Style in motion, making look twice while you serving out that portion, girl. Style in motion, making